Hi, it's neither guinea nor pig, and today I thought I would show you what fleece flippers are and why I use them. Fleece flippers are a product from the Guinea Pig Market, which is a sister site from the guineapigcagestore.com. My cage is from the Guinea Pig Market, so I know that the fleece flippers will fit perfectly inside of my CNC cage. The Guinea Pig Market does make fleece flippers for Midwestern cages as well. If you have a DIY CNC cage, you can still order fleece flippers. You just need to check the dimensions of the flippers in relation to your cage to make sure that it fits the width of your cage for the inserts. Let's begin. So fleece flippers are a no-sew fleece product which is distributed from the Guinea Pig Market. It is essentially a fleece pillowcase wrapped around 2 layers of U-Haul pads, which are just U-Haul strips cut down to size. And then those 2 are wrapped around a coroplast insert. Now I will say that my fleece flippers last a little bit longer in the cage than my fleece liners because of the coroplast insert and the barrier it creates to prevent liquids from seeping through. So because the coroplast creates a barrier, the top side of the fleece flipper can get soiled throughout the week, and the coroplast prevents the other side of the U-Haul padding from getting soiled due to the coroplast insert. Once the top side is heavily soiled, you simply flip it over, which is why they're called fleece flippers, and now you have 2 dry layers of U-Haul as well as a fleece flipper on top to absorb weave for the rest of the week. Now I'm going to show you how easy they are to put together. To begin, you're going to take your coroplast insert, which is 26.5 inches by 13.5 inches, and you're going to wrap it with your 2 layers of your U-Haul liners. You want those to be matched up in a pretty straight line, that way you can wrap it around the coroplast. Once you've got them pretty straight, you're going to pick up your coroplast and just wrap it around. I start with the bottom and then I flip it over and I make sure it's nice and straight on the top, and then I grab the extra. There's always going to be extra, which is good because it helps cover that bottom part of the coroplast that's exposed. I'm pushing away with one hand and I'm pulling with the other to make the U-Haul liner nice and taut and to help keep it in a straight line with minimal bumps. Now I'm going to grab my fleece pillowcase and I'm going to pull it down over the coroplast and U-Haul liners, starting at the top opposite from me. And I'm just going to gently pull it down. And then I'm going to cover the bottom of the flipper. The U-Haul liner sometimes gets a little bit bumpy where that over flap gets tucked in, but it's a very easy fix. And then you tuck in the excess fleece as well. Then you put this into your cage with one side up. Once it gets wet or soiled, you simply untuck the excess fleece and then you turn the fleece flipper over. Now you are left with a clean set of fleece and 2 U-Haul liners underneath for the rest of the week. If you are at all handy with sewing, I strongly suggest you try and make these at home because you will save a lot of money. Your U-Haul pads can be purchased at any U-Haul retailer, and the dimensions that you will need for your strips are 54 inches in length by 14 inches in width. Then you're basically going to be sewing a pillowcase. I'm going to turn this one inside out so you can see how it is sewn, but I simply sewed my pillowcase 31 inches by 14 inches, and I only sewed 2 sides because I folded it over. And if you are able to do that, it's really easy and you'll save a lot of money, as U-Haul pads go for about $9 and their actual dimensions are something like 94 inches by 54 inches, so they're quite large. And a yard of fleece at my fabric store goes for about $6 to $10 depending on what type it is and what fabric print I am looking at. But essentially, I would only be purchasing, if I had a 2x4 CNC cage, 2.5 yards of fleece, which would cost me about $15, and then my U-Haul pads, which would only cost me about $9, and I would only be spending about $25 for the fabric that I really want, and I would have almost everything that I needed except for the Coroplast inserts, which you can purchase individually from theguineapigmarket.com for $8 a flipper, and that would bring my total with everything combined, the fleece and the U-Haul pads and the 4 Coroplast inserts, to $56, which is compared to their full set of a 4 set of fleece flippers, which costs $107. So by making them by home, if you are feeling able or crafty or want a little bit of a challenge, you're essentially saving $50. And I know it can be a little bit daunting to do DIY stuff at home, but I am not super crafty when it comes to sewing, and I had never used a sewing machine in my life prior to making my own flippers, and it is incredibly easy and cost efficient. However, if you choose to purchase your flippers from the Guinea Pig Market, you are essentially going to be receiving a set number of Coroplast inserts, as well as U-Haul liners, and the fleece fabric of your choice for your fleece flippers. The Guinea Pig Market has made it incredibly easy to purchase fleece flippers. If you have a 2x4 CNC cage, you will be purchasing a set of 4 fleece flippers. If you have a 2x5 CNC cage, you will be purchasing a set of 5 fleece flippers. The fleece flippers always come with U-Haul pads, as well as the Coroplast insert and the fabric of your choice for the pillowcase. My one suggestion if you're going to order fleece flippers is that you order 2 sets, because that way you can wash one set and put the other one on during your cage clean, and then you're not waiting around for your washer and dryer. You can just move forward and put on your other set. Now that you've seen how easy it is to prep them, I'm going to show you how easy it is to put into the cage. You simply take your fleece flipper and slide it on into your Coroplast base. You want to make sure that they are very snug and very close to one another, so that there are minimal cracks between the fleece flippers to prevent wee from seeping onto the base, and then you just fill up the base with as many flippers as needed. Once your guinea pigs have been in the cage for a few days, the top part of the fleece flippers will get soiled with wee, and once they do, you simply grab the flipper, turn it over, you're going to sweep off any poos or hay, you grab the excess fleece, flip it onto the soiled side, and slide the fleece flipper back in. You are now left with a completely clean fleece flipper, and you didn't have to remove it from the cage, or swap it out, or change the U-Haul liner. It's a very simple thing. It takes about 2 minutes to do, and you're all set for the rest of the week. Alright, this is the end of my fleece flipper video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you liked this video or any of our other videos, please subscribe to our channel. If you have questions about fleece flippers, please drop me a comment down below. I will leave the link to the Guinea Pig Market so you can check them out on your own time. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope to see you soon.